We're here, working late. Yeah, I just, finally got a shower and I jumped. I was thinking, you know what? Let's do this. I got to get some dimensions. I thought about the new guys. Where's all the new guys? We need the new guys, right? The old guys are always welcome. I love the old guys, but we need where's the young bucks, man? They need to be getting out there hustling. What's their tricks? What's their secrets? What are they doing? What do they got? What do they know? All that good stuff. We'll see how long it goes. Like I said, it's Monday. I know everybody's just whooped. I was wondering about the heat. Holy cow, the heat is crazy. Hey, Papa Tony's here. I was just thinking about Papa Tony. I was like, I was thinking about those openers. Those openers. We should talk about those openers. Because I think now it'd be cool. What would be good probably is if we get Rich B. Rich B probably could answer it because I don't know what happens. You get some openers. Let's just say from his buddy there, Kevin. What's going to happen when they have issues? And what do you think, PT? Are you excited? Are you excited that all the openers? At least, am I understanding this? Is this how everybody's understanding that the new openers, the new lift masters that come out in September, is from what I understand. They said don't quote me on anything because I know nothing. All have cameras. All of them. You can't get one without a camera. That seems pretty weird in my opinion. We got here width is 46. Got to take a few dimensions. 46. 46 before I make a final decision. I can find a hook. PT, I had to go with a bigger one. Holy cow, that's going to be a big head unit. Maybe I don't want to go that big. Yeah, more shit to fail. Man, isn't that crazy? It's funny because I think Cap just actually got a few. He got a few box store ones. Imagine that, right? So he got a few box stores. I don't know which ones he went with. Excuse me. 37. I don't even know what this thing's close to. Really have a lot to stand on here. Get a ladder. Ugh. So this one's existing is about 34. 34, huh? You don't say. Things to decide here. PT, I was thinking about, I was going to message you actually today. I was going to see, hey, I see we got 4 likes too. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. What'd you do? What were you doing today? I was thinking about you guys in the heat, man. I was just like, oh, man. It is super duper hot. I think we get Wednesday's a transitional day. We finally get it to cool down. And PT, we got to do a door sometime, dude. We got to get the door on the schedule. Nationwide. Boy, I wish I sold nationwide. Just make the big money. Daily Jam, that's pretty cool. No, just locally. Just a small mom and pop little shop. Is it IMA? Just said hi. Hello. We are slammed. I was just you got a PT got a vehicle for me down there? I want the van, man. I want the minivan. I don't want that damn truck. Nah, I drive the truck. I don't care. Want to come down, whip some stuff out? What you need? What you got, man? Might have to go down there and help Josh out at some point. He's got a big job he might land. I think he said it was like, I don't know if it was like 50 or 60 doors. That's huge. It's a monster. So this one's 34, huh? All 37. Indoor, and then it goes to 46 for width. Interesting. We're slam. What you got? This and info. Was this infomercial? Commercial? No. This is a garage door place. We do garage doors and gates and PT and all that stuff. And Rich B. And there's Rusty's normally a Tanner. I don't know. Tanner's must be kind of big. I haven't heard from Tanner in a little bit. Anybody hear from Tanner? Tanner doing good, just staying busy, probably sweating. Seen some storms. I keep seeing all the storms. He keeps getting all the rain, it looks like, you know, but we can't get it over here. It just falls apart. We need rain. So you're talking 46 inches. Yep, I have 3 vehicles. And what do you got? You're just you got your guy. So I mean, you at least one vehicle free, right? I mean, 46. Gosh, this is gonna be a big head, you know. I don't know, 46. I don't know how many to fit a 46er. Oh, I see problems. Good thing I measured. I see problems with that unit. 3. Was it been mostly PT? Has it been what is it? Is it service? Is it mostly like just a lot of openers, a lot of broken springs? I doubt it's broken springs, but I don't know. What's hot? Oh, I get to pick? Ooh, I get to pick. I forget what the I can't think of what your third vehicle is. I know you got the minivan. I know you got the truck. What's the other vehicle you run? Is it another truck? Yeah, it's another truck. Right? F-150 or something? Got F-250, F-150, and the minivan. I'd be rolling around the minivan, man. That thing's like jammed out perfect. I like the minivan. Good. It's got good AC. The minivan got good AC. 46, man. Son of a biscuit. Ooh. Broken springs and repairing stuff that Precision don't want to. Like what do they not want to do? Like they just don't do like little stuff. They want to do like broken spring and rollers, change out all the rollers for grandma for $600 or $1,200. Oh snap! He says I got the minivan, got a Ford F-150, and Ford. Okay, the 2018 Ford. Both crew. I need the one that's got the best AC. The best AC, man. Give me the best AC. We got heights. 16. What the heck, man? 16? Holy schmoly. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. 6 inches. I'm on this chair. You guys got questions, all that good stuff? Got PT in the house. Should just bring them on. Ugh. 6. Oh, yes. What to do? Don't be a Scrooge. So what is it Precision's not wanting to do though? Precision just not, I'm curious. Don't they do it all? Got any certain leads that are working good for you? Any certain ads, or just kind of all of it's combined right now, just coming in? It's kind of weird. Things kind of spiked up a little bit around the old shop. I don't know what's on the agenda too much, but I know there's a lot of little crazy stuff going on. The door to the floor. Told the gentleman he needed a new door. Basically, the guy, I'm assuming the guy didn't like that. So I'm just curious. So did Precision, did they at least get a service call out of them? They get something out of them, or they just got it down, told him, hey man, we need to replace the whole door. He was like, how much? And they told him 1.5 mil, and he was like, get out of my house. Get out of my garage. You're out. And just never know with precision, man. 14, so. And if we do 41, 41. Oh, no, it is. Measure 100 times. Down to, so it's told him, had broken spring, which he did not. Ooh, got it back up and running with no parts added. Wow, nice. That's awesome. That's great. Save him some money. You probably didn't find out though if Precision got any money out of him. The service call. I don't know what Precision. I wonder what Precision's running. You know what I mean? For was it the A1 guy? What are they running? Like I think it's now $55 for a service call. So I'm assuming Precision does the same kind of, but I don't know. What do you got, Chip? Chip, I see number 2 up there. I didn't know what the number 2 was. Not afraid to charge. I don't know. I didn't know they were all over. Yeah, they're a franchise. So I mean, they're like kind of like a McDonald's. Typically, they work off a lot of like commission. Their guys, so they're real pushy. So like, I remember the last time I dealt with them, which was quite a few years ago. They had a lady that I forget. Like I think they were out there to do they did the spring, and then they did all the rollers, and then like kind of like the gimmick is they charged like $600, and I was just like, whoa, it's like $600 for a spring and some roller. Now, mind you, this is like a 8x7, 9x7 door, so I mean, there's not a lot to it, and I'm just like, but then they do like kind of like a lifetime warranty, and I was just, at the time I was like, man, for 400 some bucks, I was like, I could install a whole new door for you. You know what I mean? Maybe that was the cost of the door type thing, but I mean, still, I was close to. I was just thinking, dang, for that price. Back then, this is quite a few years ago. It's a mini split. It's a broken one. No parts, Precision's not afraid. I'm sure they did. Dave says they don't do anything for nothing. That's right. That's right. I'd be curious to know if the customer just, if they had to pay a service call, what it was at least, if it was like 50, 60 bucks or was it 400, Brandon's got something. What's up? Oh, I see a little heart going in there. We got a little love. Little love. Has a 10x10 commercial door with a broken spring with two 197 be a good replacement. I normally do residential, so I don't know about commercial. What's the 197s? Is Papa Tony catching on to this? Wasn't too late. Text the guy and ask him what he paid. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, Papa Tony. Maybe tomorrow I could ask him. Just be good. I'd like to know. Text me. You know what I mean? I like that kind of stuff. Just kind of like, hey, they get you? Or were they nice that day? Was somebody nice? It was just like, got it down? Or what's the price? What was the price for the door? You know what I mean? The Intel. Who has a 10x10? I guess I'm not really quite understanding the questions. Like, would 197 be a good replacement? What's a 197? Is that like the springs? Because that seems like way too small for springs. Do residential. So maybe I'm just not catching you here. Keep asking. I'll figure it out. If it wasn't, is that a mini split? Is a mini split? What's up, CC Motion? Ooh, smart locks on doors? I mean, I've dealt with magnet locks a little bit, like interlocking on like either like man doors. Well, I did actually one on a swing gate one time because they didn't want to be able to pry the gate open. And if it's like kind of those things, like if they're not built for it, ooh, they're kind of a pain. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard on older systems, but some of the newer systems have stuff where it says like interlock or something on it. You can just plug, and it's basically like plug and play almost. Brandon, the best thing to do is weigh the door. Get me the weight of the door and give you the spring you need. That's true. That's true. And what you can do is either Pop Tony can either put his email, either email in the comments here, or you can always email me, which is in the description, the Daveadubson@gmail.com, and I'll get you over to Tony or whatever. I'll make the connection. You know what I mean? We'll make something happen. Brandon Scott's. Yeah, that one that broke was 197, huh? And there's a 275, I believe, on the other side. These numbers seem off. Isn't it 192? Isn't it like a 192 normal? Let me look. Got a book right here. Or am I'm just getting old. Probably getting old. I got a 1. No, there's a 295. 295 is right here. 295. And what was the other one? 275? 275. 273. So maybe that's what's throwing me. No, this is not right. I'm sorry. It's 295. You said 1 something, right? So that's off too, right? Let's go. Oh, come on. I know there's a really low wire. It's like here it is, 192. 192 is pretty much the lowest because I always remember that's the one that got me. Sometimes I wouldn't have. Oh, I got 1.8. I got even 177. 0.177, 0.1875, 192, 225. So it's probably got a 192, and you got, what else is the other one on there? Ship, 275. It's probably 273. Oh, is that the weight, is what you're saying? I'll get the weight. Let you know. Yeah, let us know, like you said. Get yourself one of those books. You can convert it. You can go to Service Spring, their app. Service Spring got all the good stuff. You can just punch it right in their app. It's a little bit, take your time. It's a little bit cumbersome, but it's doable. What did I miss? Well, what did you miss? You missed that this bigger. Would you go bigger with the mini split? I mean, I basically probably got an 18. I thought about going 24. It doesn't really fit the best though, so I don't know. I think this is the brand. I think I made it. It's the R32. I like the fact you can print everything out. You can get it through the Amazoni, which Wifetron likes. You get it through the Amazoni, which is nice because Amazon is like you can return anything, and it's just like they take care of it. It was $100 cheaper too. You can print the whole manual out, right? Whole manual. I like that. So you have you can pre-read all your instructions. Like it. The only thing I didn't know, and here was the other reason too. This one does say -15. Is it Della? The Della supposedly has 2 coils. 2 coils in the outside heat pump. So they say that's better than the Mr. Cool. The problem was it only said -4. And I'm like, probably need negative 15 because I know this one supposedly, from what I understood, was negative 15. And sometimes the old Michigan gets a little wonky on the weather. And we've been pushing it where it's like I've even fired up a little space heater. So, sorry, getting off topic. Garage doors. Back to garage doors. What's up, Mr. B? What's up, people? Mar, what's up? What up, Tony? 182 sounds right. 197, throw me off. Okay. 192. She said, app words good. Good evening, Mark. How many square? Of course, Rich B would ask that. I think it's 16 by 16, so it's basically like what, 400? I'll get you your tape measure out here and show them, find out, huh? Sitting right there. I thought it was like a garage door. I thought it was always kind of funny. Like, just make it kind of like a garage door, you know? Yeah, it's 15. So I mean, it's so let's just say 16 by 16. And the other one did fine. It did okay. Just sometimes I'd see it. I guess what gets me is if you have a bigger unit, right? Bigger unit, would it keep it like warmer with that negative 15? Like the other one just didn't have enough surface area type thing, or is that just that's it, man? Like no matter what, you hit negative 15, no matter how big of a Hemi you have, it just ain't gonna keep up. Do you know what I mean? Like, just can't build the heat. Mars got good evening, Tony. I know. Well, the problem with the mini split was I ordered those circuit boards. I stuck them in. Now it says it's got a communication problem. And from what I see on the old interweb, they said, what I've heard through other companies and stuff, they said you also should replace the circuit board in that. I don't see no damage on that. Not saying there isn't. And I just said, it's kind of like a garage door. And this thing is, we've talked about, I think it's what, 12, 15 years old. We're just gonna we're not gonna put no more money into it. And so, yeah, I think we're just going. And that one says, I think it takes about a week and a half to get the new one through the old truck, the old semis. So, but I do have it fixed. What are you talking about? Yeah, a little redneck ingenuity, but yeah, so there's some AC in here. It's not the best, but it works. 2-row rule of thumb is 700 square feet per ton. I don't know what's a 24K. I don't know if this is a 2-tonner or not. I don't know if it says the tons on these, on the verbiage. I just know it's a 24, whatever you call it, BTU or something like that. This one. It's a little bigger because obviously they do like 14 for heat and like 18 for cool or something like that. And I know when we did this one, I told him, I said, hey, go, I'd rather have a little bigger. My thought process is that you could come in here, everything shut off. That was my thought process, right? And I just thought you could turn it on and boom, within like 30 minutes or something, boy, this place is going to be perfect, heat or cold. Well, I mean, one thing about the mini splits is they, I've never enjoyed, and I know most of them are like this, so I can't get away, but I've never enjoyed the complexity of this thing. I mean, I look at this and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, this is for like a baby's room. You know what I mean? Like, it's got silent mode, it's got this mode, and I'm like, I don't need all these modes. So, yikes. But it is what it is. I'm used to it now. I'm okay with it. I've come to reality. But what my point was is that it's always on. So I do like the idea that most of them have an app, and that way we could basically, because you could really basically, like during the weekend, you could turn it off. You know what I mean? it doesn't need to run. There's nothing in here. You know what I mean? That needs to be cooled to some degree. Or heat. Well, heat, yeah, obviously is different. You got wintertime. But I don't know. Do you think that 2 coil is really just the Superb? Because I mean, it adds about a couple $100. I'm not saying you don't get what you pay for, but I don't know if the 2 coil is just, you know, the wrap on the outside. Is that beneficial? Problem is, I do not see that in the specs on this one. I don't know if this has it or not. I don't know if it's that big a deal. I know I just thought, well, this is the R32. There was a few other things. R32. I don't know. I'm so sick of thinking about it. What was it? There was some other reasons. I like that they gave you the manual. I like that I got this little spec sheet. The other one didn't seem like it wants to, like, you know, there's not a spot to click on it. I haven't done super duper digging. I kind of was doing some stuff where I seen they're kind of all made by China. They're just rebranded. I did look at the one that you recommended too. I can't think of that one. There was nothing. I guess I was just trying to stick with the R32. A lot of research on that. Wow. Sorry. Have a bigger unit. Keep it warm. Oh, so 24 is 2 ton? Well, you made fun of my 1 ton the one time. Remember? You were like, it's only a 1 ton. I'm like, why you gotta say it like that? Why gotta be like that? Yeah, that's how you use it. That's right. That's right. There you go. Ugh. Where did Brandon go? Brandon, you still on here? I was just wondering what you're doing for the... You said you only do the base of the residential? I wonder how the residential's doing in his area, if he's staying pretty busy. Rich, what have you been seeing? Rich, you been picking up at all? Things just kind of... You've been just hanging out in the AC? What did I get ordered? Nylock. Ordered some Nylock. Pump with all the fittings. Can do R10, whatever. I haven't pulled the trigger on that. It's in the cart. It's in the cart. Got a torque wrench even, adjustable one. Only like $69. Why not? What I don't like is this unit. I don't like this head unit. It's so big. I don't like that. I really don't want to re-drill holes. I was hoping I could just kind of like put it over the hole where it came, and then the rest of it can swoop out. Now I gotta rethink about it. Or find if somebody's got a smaller head unit, the specs on it. Because even this one that's the 18, even if I go 18, I think it's still in the 40s. And this one's like 34. Where is the head unit size? Silly Billy. To get down in the 30s, I mean, the lowest this goes is 37, and I could still do a 12. And I don't think I want to go a 12. Oh. What's up, Evan? What are you still up, man? You working tomorrow, aren't you? Son of a gun. I seen that opener with the shaft that popped out. I know you sent it to me. The thing wasn't looking too good. Need a little duct tape on it. What's this say? Spotty, late night, Mr. Evan, Papa Tony. The 18 should be good. I know. I'm at 34. This is at 41 for the head unit. Basically 32. It's got some change on it. So I don't know. I gotta look at the pricing again. I think the other one was like 14. 14 Hondo, which is fine. I'm not worried about that so much. I'm just so many things. Genie. I'll put the Skylink on YouTube. I have to blur the customer's license plate. Oh. Oh. Yeah, Skylink was pretty cool to see it running. I've never seen a Skylink. But you were saying they're kind of prone to electrical problems, is what it sounded like? Excuse me. Electrical problems. I don't think, so like Rich B, I don't think he's a fan of the Genies. I keep wondering if any of the subscribers are going to consider going to Genie or Lanier, I guess. It could be another brand. After like in September when LiftMaster comes out with the new opener with the they all got the camera, and I do not like that because I feel like that is just going to introduce more problems. That's just me, because the customer is going to see that or they're going to read that and they're going to go, well, how do I get that hooked up? Well, isn't that part of the service? Well, isn't that part of this? And I'm like, look, I'm just here for the garage door. I'm not here to be your I'm not security system. I'm not going to go put cameras in each corner of your building and your house and in your hallway and no. And then subscriptions and then finding out how much it's going to cost and then their Wi-Fi is not strong enough to reach that far or whatever. Unit with a quarter size remote, Evan. It is. I know it is. I've seen them. Rich's guy says I don't do is it IT? I don't do IT. No, I'm hardware man. I'm surprised we don't. Where's Rusty? Is he hang out in the back? I'm surprised Rusty's not in here, and he's Rusty will be like, I'll program it. I'll get everything. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, that's great. That's great. If you offer that service, that's awesome. I think that's good for you. I just know for myself and technicians that just brings in a whole nother layer. It's like, why don't you go in and put a security system in place on a computer while you're at it too in their house? You know what I mean? So that's just not me. Oh, I've heard only pull the one belt drive from that one piece store. Oh. So they might switch to the Home Depot Genie belt drive. Comes out if the channel has to work out the bugs. See, the only thing is what I get concerned about. Let's just say for Evan. What is Mary? Mary's not very nice. We'll have to get her out. Jeez, it's gonna be one of those nights already. It's going into it. So here's the thing, Evan. This is what I get concerned about. I get concerned because from what I hear, now it's weird. I might have done just one or two of the Genies, right? But the from what I understand, and I haven't done one in a while, but the box store Genies are like, I guess in a sense, kind of like, I don't know if I want to quite say them, they're horrendous, but I know a lot of people complain about the tubes, how the tubes go together, or something like that. It sounds like, I remember SOS, I think, did something on it, and I can't disagree with that. So, I don't know why, but this is why, I still think about the screw drive, and maybe that's why I just got a soft spot for the screw drive. Because at least if you get the screw drive, you'll get the channel. right? You'll get the channel, and you got to piece it together, which is crummy, and you got to be really careful you don't lose those clips. But it's the nice channel, as far as I know, right? It's the C channel. It won't be a one-piece channel like what we carry, but it'll be a C channel that you piece together. It's like 2 pieces, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, 4 pieces, 2 unions. And I don't remember too much bad about them. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Maybe some of our seasoned vets could you know, like, what do you not like about the screw drive? Because I don't hear many people talk about the screw drive. Like, they're, you know, it's like, I don't know if it's because it's noisy. I don't know if it's, you know, and I don't think they're that noisy. I don't know. I don't know why. I just, like I said, it's like, I think for me, the screw drive has always been way powerful. Like, I mean, it's powerful enough that it'll basically destroy the door. You know what I mean? It'll destroy the door. So that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's a bad thing. But it's kind of a good thing. You got an older door. I mean, just it seems so universal to me. It's like a Swiss Army knife. And now the fact that I learned that there's different modes, you can put it in slow, medium, or fast. Dude, that's sweet. So if you get a door that's kind of heavy, and you know, because those genies can really fly, those screwdrivers. So I mean, you get a heavy door, you don't want that thing just ripping her. So that's nice. But the rails are the big things. Like I like the Chamberlain rails at the box stores and versus you know, probably the Genie. The Genie's just, it's like and they also sell like a cheaper, I think, you know, where the screwdrivers are a little just maybe they're the bigger voltage on them. I don't know. Square. Okay, so the Genie rail is built, okay, square where you attach a sprocket, although in a couple of Sky models offer a T-rail style system. That's interesting. Yeah, I think some of the big downfall, like kind of like Guardian does it too. It's like they don't stay locked together. Like, and I don't know if it really matters. I mean, it's just I do know like when you use the Guardian or like an Extreme, the rail feels too thin. You know what I mean? Like it just feels too flexy. It's not. It doesn't feel right putting it together, and then everything's kind of falling apart. Like when you put it up on a sawhorse or a ladder or something, you know, you got to put everything together to keep it sucked together. Where the Chamberlains, man, those ones just, you know, pow, pow, pow. I mean, if they got, you know, not if they got nice concrete, but you can put a board down or something too. But you just pow, pow, man. You get those things popped together. They just boom. They slick, boom. They're a lot better. They are a lot nicer. The Chamberlain are nicer in that regard. So, what is that? I think it's just dust or something. There's something underneath the cover there. The tube are the worst. It relies on the chain and belt to hold it together. Yeah. Is that Rich? Is that for the Genie? You're talking for the Genie? We're talking Genie Extreme or Guardian. It definitely never feels right when the rail doesn't stay together. Even though the concept, it's like, I don't know, I guess in my mind I always think about it like blowing apart, like the chain or the cable coming off or a belt, right? And then like the rail, like something up there wiggling, trying to run, and it's like bleh, falls out, like you're going to show up. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, what happened? Oh, this is good right here. This is good. Rich's guy, he says, I was looking at the speed on the Genie, comes pre-programmed to high speed. That's good. That's good to know because I never knew they had different speeds. So all I know is every time I always put on, I'm like, this thing rips. You know what I mean? Like it's fast. You know, like it goes. So, but I could see where if you put it kind of on a heavier door, like a wood door, like a 16x7 wood door, you would not want that much speed on a wood door, in my preference. But it's nice that you have the option to turn it down. I didn't even know that existed, so that is nice. Evan's got to send a picture tomorrow of the sky. Include an 8-foot extension. With the unit from the diagram, it looks like it goes behind the pulley. Behind the pulley? I assume sometimes they give you like, I'm gonna describe this wrong, but I've had it where like it throws me. Like you'll get the parts and you're like, oh, okay, I gotta add this in, and it's like you actually got to get rid of one of the pieces, like the nose. Like I think Chamberlain's good for that, where you get, it's like that nose is no longer in use, and then the other nose will either be like longer. So use that with your, you know, I guess what I'm getting at is like the concept of it is, at least for me, right? You would think they just give you the parts to add into it, and that's it. Where it's like they give you two chunks, one's to change out the nose, one's to put in for another spot or something like that, and then that gets you your distance. So you might, maybe that's why you see the pulley or something. But yeah, send it away. Like I said, are you doing doors tomorrow, or are you working at the shop, Mr. Evan? Guess on the Genie, I don't like the tensioner. What's the tensioner? Is it the plastic? It's the plastic, isn't it? And the tube, it goes inside the round tube. I think you gotta order them. I don't think they carry the screwdrivers in stock. At least when I looked at our like local Home Depot, it doesn't look like they carry them in stock. You gotta order them in. Rich, you'd be a good information on. I mean, do you like, do you like the screwdrivers? You just don't like how they piece together? Let's go take a look at a rail for a screwdriver. Light this puppy up. Lights. Thank you. We got quite a few. Oh, hey, look. Cap did get some openers. What did he get? Got some Chamberlain. I think this is what Tony. I don't know if Tony's still in the house. He might have went to sleep. He's working hard, man. What is this? Some chain drive. Comes with only one remote. What a bunch of cheapskates. Ooh, it's got date of manufacture. April. Huh. Told them, I said, hey man, try them out. What I'm concerned is with all the stuff nowadays, how are you gonna return it? So try it out. Some old Genie's still up there. I think those are the cheaper ones, right? The 2020. This one looks like she's been beat up a little bit, eh? This would be like a bigger extension. This is the rail. This is kind of what it looks like if you get it from the store, right? It's got these weird, goofy little black things that lock in the screwdriver, and then it's got this collar that you slip over it to join all this. This is like I don't know what size this one is. It could be like a 14-footer or something, because I know we got some 10s, but the 10s are solid. But like I said, it's a good C channel. There's one under here. This is actually a continuous piece right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this is just a continuous under the lift master rails. And then the screwdrivers in there. I don't know. I just really like them. Like I said, they're solid. They're just. I mean, if it was me, I didn't get to talk to Kat much on it, but I was just telling her, I was like, we got a good vendor, WD will bring us all that stuff. So if it was me, I would just install. That's all it's probably install. It's just screwdrivers. That's just me. I still got the. What that one? The only thing I don't like when you buy them like this is that they are a little bit clumsy. Like they don't really spell out what they do. You have to look up the models. When you look at that, I'm like, what is that? That's a 4064. I'm like, what? Is that a hoist? What's the H stand for? What the hell is that? T, okay, wall console, T, safety beams. There's nothing on here that'll tell you, oh, that's for a screwdriver. So, that's the one thing I kind of don't like. You know what I mean? just don't like that. But like I said, I like the rails. You know, the rails work pretty good. They're solid. Are those rails up there too? Yeah, these ones are there. But this is their professional, right? So that's why they're not like the, I don't know which ones these are. I could probably feel it, one of them. That's a belt. That's a belt. Let's see, this is all C-channel. So that'd be the professional, you get a professional line. So maybe like for, you know, for cousin Evan, you know, maybe if you could find a vendor, somebody that carries these, or the box, or not a box, but the lumber yards or something, maybe you could order in the professional. You know, I like it. The problem is sometimes it's a cheddar cheese. You know what I mean? Like you can get a better price. The box stores, you're never going to beat the box stores. So that's why I just, you know, like I said, I just ordered a piece together rails. I never had a problem. What I would do though is I'd order an extra one. I would definitely order an extra one because if you lose those clips, you're done. You're done. They take some special little clips, sticks them together, and you're done, man. I mean, you're done. You might as well walk away. So you better have some spares. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'd get two. That way, you know, you at least can run back to the shop, house, storage, whatever. Carry it with it. Bring it with you. What? Those are from Big Money? Are they really? From Menards? I know in old was this. You guys must have blew this up here. Did I miss something here? So send a picture tomorrow. Skylink. Yes, a Genie. I don't like the tensioner. Evan says if I had known I was getting an old stock blue case Chamberlain belt drive with the old sensors, might replace Silent Max with another Silent Max because I called out to replace the Genie. That is still there. I have to get another old Chamberlain from eBay. Oh, okay. No, the turnbuckle. Yep. Gotcha. Yep, the turnbuckle is no fun. Yep. So, but, so I don't know. I'll see in the comments here, right? Rich B. Hey, have you done a Genie? Do you not like the Genie? I'm talking about screwdriver only. Have you done one? Because like I said, you might kind of fall in love with it. You know, you might just be like, yeah, you know what? It's not so bad. I just get nervous about the Genies because I've been told, obviously, sometimes the box store, that whatever it is, that, what is it, like they got like a 60 volt and then there's a 140 volt and like one's better than the other. Can't really say like, you know, they're super problematic, but they got electronics and, you know, I have had the red light done. I haven't had it in a long time. So, but maybe that's why I got 2 units. You get 2. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to buy 2 Chamberlains as it is anyways, because the photo eyes aren't going to work or, you know, something. Turnbuckle. Is it Wi-Fi? Is the Genie Wi-Fi or is it Chamberlain? Because the Genie, I think you have to do the Aladdin Connect, right? For the Wi-Fi stuff. I don't think they're built in. I think they came out with a new one. I've been wanting to try it. They got it at Home Depot, right? It's got a full, not a full wrap, but a partially 3/4 wrap, I think, LED on it. But I think it's still got the crummy tube, right? Depends if they got it from Home Depot. Tony, you can get them both ways, Wi-Fi or not. Rich up here, some places only carry one version of it without the Wi-Fi. What's up? It's Bert, Garage Doors, Uncle Dave. What's going on, man? You beating the heat? You staying cool? Home Depot has a better rail. Genies. Really? What kind? Like the C channel? Now you got me really thinking. I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight. What do you mean Home Depot's got the better rails? Like the professional, like the C channel? Like belt, chain, or... Right. Now I'm only really doing LiftMaster. If I'm doing doors as well, only had guy asked for LiftMaster, but that was because before I was business, someone else had put LiftMaster on his other door and was waiting for the other Stanley to die. What we doing? We're just talking about garage doors, random stuff. It's Monday. It's kind of slow. Got the mini split. We're not staying cool. Besides, we do have the mini rig split in there. Mini rigged split. So we're just playing around a little bit. Temporary fix for the dead mini split. So we're talking about electronics. Everything's crap. Everything's made to only last 6, 8, 10, 12 years, and it all gets flushed down the toilet. Kind of openers, pros and cons. The new LiftMaster coming out in September, supposedly, and everyone's going to have cameras. Ridiculous. I'm sure that's going to bring up the price, I would assume. What you got, man? Tanner sent something. Tanner, throw it up here. Oh, I wish you could. Slow day. Workhead. Place someone's safety sensors. Wire had come loose. Ooh. I like my gel connectors. My reason is I've had wire nuts, and I've heard it both ways. Some people say the gel connectors have snapped the wires off for them. I've never had it personally happen. So I use the gel connectors because they also have the little ooze of silicone. And but what I've seen with rookies is I've seen when they use the wire nuts, they spin them and they break the wire off, and it'll stay connected, but a little vibration, a little wind, a little leaf, whatever, or just before you even leave, sometimes it'll short out. So I like the gel connectors. Take a little longer, I think, but I like the gels. And I always carry both, just on the gels too. I carry the red ones, which is what they got, 3 ports, and then I also carry the orange ones because they're just, I swear they're a hair. I don't know for sure, but they're just a hair bigger, a hair, and I can fit sometimes like the old LiftMaster wire. Probably the new stuff fit in there like a charm now because they're making it thinner. I think we all can agree it's a disposable world we live in now. Yes. Yes. It is. I'm so sad. It's funny because I'm sitting here, I was thinking the other night, I should bring it up now. Thinking about the AC unit. All right, 12 years, let's just say, give or take. And I'm thinking this fridge came out of a rental. 1970, I believe this thing is, something like that. Look at the wood grain. This thing's just running away. No problem. No problem. Just running away. 1970. Runs. It's like a little mini fridge. No mini fridge will last that long nowadays. Evan, off to bed, man. Peace. See ya. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Keep those fingers. Joe, don't have to worry about corrosion. I think that's part of it too, the corrosion, because how many, over the years, especially when they used to have those little ones that would pop into the photo eye. Oh my gosh, all the time corrosion on those. LiftMasters, if they're all one piece wire, I never really see too many problems with those. That's why LiftMaster was always, it's always kind of give and take with LiftMaster, because sometimes like if you're doing, like I always, like if I was doing a brand new construction and there's all open rafters and stuff, then it's like, yay, LiftMaster. But then it was like when I'd come to, where they already pre-wire it, it was always like, oh, crappy LiftMaster, because now I have to always cut the wire, and then I'd have to, do where like the Genies, they just have the 2 ports, and I'm just like, all right, sweet, grab my wire, tie it in there, I'm good to go. I mean, that's all I can do. I can't do no more. But they all have their pros and cons. Dave, do you make your own cables? Pretty much. I mean, we don't really buy pre-made cables. I mean, obviously when you do new installs, they come with the cables and stuff like that. But yeah, if we have a broken cable, we don't order it or anything. It's kind of a must. You really got to eventually start getting into it. That's why I always like those kits you get from like Service Spring. Somebody, wasn't it Rich? Rich sent me I think it was Rich that sent me a really cheap option. Should bring it up on the channel sometime because it was dirt cheap. I think it was for Cousin Evan actually. Said hi. What's up, Garage Guys? What's going on, man? How's business been? I agree with the orange ones. I know, don't they just seem... I carry both. I keep them just in the same, because I run out of slots in my little DeWalt case, so I just mix them all together. Keep them all. Got red, because sometimes you need to, if you're splicing certain things for, I don't know, sometimes I need them, for all kinds of weird stuff. Tony's guy says, I make my own cables. Pretty smart. Yeah, you got to that's kind of one of those things, man. If you're getting into the business, you got to have that eventually. You got to have, it's like a must. You got to have the swedges, and, well, you don't have to. Papa Tony, he bangs them with a hammer, man. He gets them, he get her done. Get her done. Oh, garage guy, you're at the right place. Got some good guys here. Need some advice? Ask away. Yeah. Looking for shop. Should I invest in big or start small? That's a great question. Rich has got, oh yeah. Well, yeah, Tony's got on there. He says start small, keep it all, right? That's our t-shirt. Start small, keep it small, keep it all. So like for instance, right? I got really good experience in it. I feel like I would have, I always feel like I would have done it a little differently. So like for this place, I found this by just like the one day that my audio didn't work and I was just walking down the road. I just do that all the time. I just, screw it, man, I go for a walk. And, well, I wasn't really, I had a destination. I got dropped off somewhere, I didn't have a ride, so I just said, I'm going to start walking. And I'm telling you, I've gotten a lot of opportunities that way. Rentals, houses, building here. So, anywho, walked down the road. I seen this place, sparked my interest. Never even noticed this place. Drove past it, probably a few dozen times, whatever, I don't know. But it had so much brush and stuff growing up in the ditches and stuff, just never even noticed it. There's so many, you know how that is? So, anywho, got interested in it. Then I was interested in another property, not the next, but the next, right? And that one was, this was back in when the house, everything was cheap, man. I mean, so this was like 30, that one was like 56, that one was like in some kind of bank, whatever, bigger shop. And I knew that one needed more rehab, where this one was just a pole barn, I mean, there was just dirt floors. And there's, I guess what you got to remember is like, Isn't it weird? Like when you watch all these videos, and it can be YouTube, it can be TikTok, it can be Facebook, whatever, right? There's always these hidden things, right? So the way I always think about it is like when you go buy a vehicle, right? You know how when you look at a vehicle and you finally get $900 saved up or $5,000 saved up, and you finally go buy that vehicle, and then you go to like the Secretary of State, and now it's like, well, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it, and you're like, oh, well, how much is that? Well, that's 100 or 600, and you're like, oh, well, I mean, I just spent five on this. Okay. Well, how much are tabs? Well, tabs are 100, 300. Then you start driving the vehicle, right? And the vehicle, you're like, wow, this thing doesn't really do very good on gas. And now it needs a set of tires, the transmission pan's leaking, and it really, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these things behind the scenes. That's what I feel like with a building. So, in a nutshell, I look at it now and I kind of go, I would probably consider like leasing. That's what I would do, or rent for a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe in a nicer, kind of a nice area a little bit where you get a little bit. It doesn't have to be supervision, but just somewhere, and think methodically about it, and think about deliveries. That's a big one, right? If you're gonna get stuff delivered, how are box trucks gonna get in here? How are semi trucks gonna get in here? Like I really wish we had a loading dock. One of the docks that go down. So like if I could have leased a building, you know what I mean? So that would have been great. Or if you want to even go on a smaller scale, I mean, some people use like a storage unit, right? A storage unit, or depending on what you want to spend, like we got these, they call them like man condos going up like crazy. I'm sure everybody else has got them going up too, because basically the theme is that people are moving in, the older people and just people in general are moving into the apartments and condos, but they want a place to park their wave runners or boats or RVs, and so they call them man condos, and they're big buildings that they're dividing, and they got big overhead doors, one man door. You could fit like an RV in there. I would particularly like that because we got them anywhere from 800 to I think right around 12. It's either 12 or $1,400. And those ones obviously they got bathrooms in them. You could do so much in there, right? Because they got such tall ceilings too. So you could stack a lot of doors even just upright in it. The way they're laid out, depending, a semi could get around in there if need be. You just got room to park your truck if you live in bad climates. If you got to work on your own truck, like I'd probably put a lift in there. I've always been struggling. I think the one thing I absolutely hate being within the garage door business or just being a contractor in general is I hate low ceilings. You know how many times I dread low ceilings? Hate them. Because you can't put a car lift, you can't put track, you can't put torsion tubes, you can't put track. You can't stand, like was it Amar? Amar always would stand their doors upright. It saves a lot of space. So high ceilings is like a must. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I don't know if anybody would recommend. What do you got to have? Like, ideally, 20 footers. I mean, it'd be great. You know what I mean? But 16. I mean, 16 at least. So 16-foot doors. If it's open, maybe get a little more room for torsion tubes or something like that. But ceiling height, man, ceiling height. But I look around, and then that way, because like for here, I found out, I had to take a loan for 30 grand. I had to take, because it was like, you have to have finished floors. I'm like, what do you mean? I just want concrete. And they're like, oh no, it's got to be for electrician. There was a lot of things that had to be done so we could pass and get occupancy and all that. You need fire extinguishers. There's just a laundry list of stuff. What size are connectors that you use? I get them from like Lowe's. Lowe's has them. They're like in their like audio-ish section, right? It's like they got like little red connectors. If you want, you can always just shoot me an email. Just say, hey, connectors. I'll take a picture. I don't know the exact size off my head. I can take a picture of I can screenshot them from Lowe's, but they're like both together. So they got red and they got orange, just little gel connectors. Peter, what's up, Peter? I thought it was I owe. Off to work I go. uh, there are many. Well, like I said, Bert, just email me. Don't you guys don't ever have to be afraid. Just email me. Email me at the Daveadubson@gmail.com. I typically put in the description below, and I'll whatever, man. I'll shoot you a picture over, or if you got my number, if you want it to. Like I said, I normally kind of go through the email first, kind of filter people out a little bit, and then I'll say, like, hey man, here's my cell or whatever, and that way if people got questions or something, I'll take a screenshot or I'll take what I got or something and send it because. But like I said, I can picture it. It's got like a blue. I think who's that? Is that Ideal? Ideal? It makes them those packages. I don't think we got any packages sitting here. Normally they always get thrown in the truck. You know what I mean? Those little gel connectors, and I always throw the rest of the packaging away. I'll get rid of this for us. Let's go like that. So, I think Rich already got to it. So anywho, what is it? Holy cow, already ramping up. We're going about midnight. You guys got any questions or anything? Anything going on? You keep missing the lives? Son of a biscuit. It doesn't help I don't promote them, right? I should put out there, gonna be live in 2 hours. But it's like I said, I'm always kind of, you know what I mean, all over the place. And I just jumped in and I was thinking, it's Monday. See how everybody's dealing with the heat, because that's all I've been thinking about. I know the guys are sweating. And it's just been hot, man. Like I said, one more day, supposedly. Wednesday will be the transitional day. Hopefully everybody can get some relief a little bit. Because I don't know about you, but my AC's been running full tilt. Not this one, but, What's up, Sky? Man, that was a beautiful pictures you sent, man. Oh, Legos work good, too. I don't know what size I'd use for the Wagos. I just did it the other day. I used some of those the Wagos, and I stuck them in, and I was like, crap. I was like, maybe I shouldn't use these, because you can't take them back apart, unless they're the ones that got the snap. And I was like, I was working on that gate when we did the live that didn't last very long with the Wifetron. I was like, man, what if you got to diagnose or test the loop or something? I was like, oh well. I was like, I was already committed, so I said, it is what it is. What's this up in my tree thing? What's up? Are you tree? Tony? Are you? What is this? Juicer Run Rocket. No? Jeez. Boo! Boo! Oh, is that what you sent me? I seen you sent something. It was probably, dang, Tanner says, got some crazy winds, got half a tree, front yard. Oh my gosh. And 90%, oh my gosh, 99 winds? Holy cow, a few towns over. Headed this way. Shh. Oh man. Man, sorry to hear that. Do you still have power, Tanner? Man, you guys get hit, man. I tell you, it's like I was just thinking about those storms. And I was thinking, oh, that's right. I was like, Tanner had that flood, and I was like, man, I've seen some of them. They were talking about in the news a little bit out there. They don't really go into a lot of details because it's not local for us. But I just was like, man, I wonder what he's getting over there. Sky. Tanner, what's up there is Drinko? Dorito. This says Rich. He is in Kansas, isn't he? Is it for Tanner? Just Iowa. Severe storm, never a dull moment. Probably going to be doing a lot of commercial door replacements in the coming weeks. Probably from the storm. It was like caving them in or just damage and stuff, or just that's already what's in the pipeline. I need to go over there and hang out with Tanner. We don't get nothing like that, but it just seemed like for a long time, we'd always get like, we get the same, like, anytime we have change in weather, it would always be like the next day, just almost like you were slammed, especially you get a big snowstorm, gates were all locked up, people calling, the gate's not working. I wonder why, we just got 3 feet of snow, Did you try shoveling it? Did you try banging on it? Did you get the ice off of it? Grannies, a lot of grannies, go there, smack kick the bottom of the door was frozen. Those ones are hard, man. I feel bad. Sometimes I don't charge for those ones, but sometimes you're like, man, I got kids to feed. I gotta put boots on my feet and other people. And it's like, I can't drive around banging on garage doors, where it's like, you don't charge them. It's like, so it's kind of like almost like you pick and choose, you know what I mean? Kind of, almost like, well, while I'm here, I'm going to take 5-10 minutes to go through, do a preventive maintenance, but you know how it is. Everything's frozen. It's like, it's like spray cans are like, psst, psst, and you're like, even the spray can's not working, Doo-doo. 90s today, 70, 80s, 50, 60 at night. Wow. Western Iowa. Need a storm, chasing group like them power line guys. Oh, Peter, man, not bad, man. It's not a bad idea. Would be kind of fun. Gonna have to probably bring the whole fam, get a big old motorhome or something. Assuming it will probably blow them in or rip them out. Seems 24-foot door a few years ago. Tanner, do you still got power? Is there still power to the house, or you haven't lost power yet? I just wondered about that. It's been 90s here. Supposed to be in the 70s later this week. Yeah, it's been hot. That's the problem. It's been hot. It's been the humidity. It's been just what's been horrendous. So it'd be nice to kind of taper out. I keep seeing these weird forecasts. I keep saying we're going to be like cooler in August than normal. So I don't know. Ooh. Or the roofers. North Iowa, the Great Lakes. Rich B's got ambulance chasers. Yeah, paddy wagon. Yeah, for now, but town 10 minutes down the road, lost power. Sounds like power lines are down. Jeez. Well, I tell you what, Tanner, if you come across, the next day or whatever, Uncle Dave's got a little fetish for that kind of. I love seeing, the trees and power lines. You got anything down the road, stuff like that? It's just send it this way. But man, definitely keep in the prayers, man. Like I said, be safe. I just it's not fun. It's not fun. Especially when you get it seems like, at least this is for me. A man, I go I'll be in the truck with the AC on, you know what I mean? But when you got a family, you got to take care of little ones and the wife-a-trons, and it's like, oh man, that's where You know, kind of a bummer. And I don't know, Tanner, do you got a generator for the house, or a little one at least for, whatever? We'll see, but I have power packs and generators. Oh, so you're doing pretty good. Did I like? Oh yeah, I've been watching a little bit of stuff of the Mr. Hulk Hogan. Like I said, it's kind of him and with Ozzy. You know what I mean? Just kind of there's like those. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's weird. Like I'm not a big fan of pretty much really anybody. I'm kind of you know. I, it's like I like them all, but I don't crave them all, and it's like I I don't know how to describe it. It's gonna sound kind of cheesy, but like with Hulk Hogan, he reminds me of a guy. He reminds me of a guy I used to hunt with. He passed away probably about a year or two ago now. About probably about the same age as Hulk. You know what I mean? And he was just one of those guys that he was a concrete guy, and I know I guess he was taking steroids and stuff like that. But like he just reminds me of him a little bit. There's it's something about sometimes those older guys. You know what I mean? It's like it seems like the era, right? The '80s, the '90s. They were built different. You know what I mean? Like um, I don't know how. It's just weird. Like I just. But anyways, this guy he did steroids and stuff, but in his prime, right? I remember he had a black shirt on. Black shirt with the cigarette holder, right? The pocket, right? And I remember him just grabbing. We're up north one time, and I remember him grabbing a log, just a huge log, right? He just grabbed this thing, and he's just moving it around. And he's pulling him off his trailer, I think, for firewood or something, right? And I know I'm a little squirt, and I'm watching him. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, my dad can't do that. Like I mean, I was just like, this dude's larger than life. And so he kind of reminds me of that. You know what I mean? And hey, we all got a little dirt under the rug type stuff, and it's just one of those things that it's amazing the impact he made across the world, isn't it? Like I mean, that just blows my mind that you could probably go anywhere in the world and they would recognize. I mean, he was just uh, huge, man, just huge. So it's just I don't know. It's just it sucks getting old. You know what I mean? Just I'm sure the older you get, the worse it gets. You know what I mean? So Wixom, it says Lake Dam broke. I went the next day to help clean up. Somewhere I had a picture of the house ripped in half. Oh my gosh, missing stuff hanging from trees like 30 feet above the water line. Holy cow, dude. Come on, Peter. Send them this way, man. You got some pictures like that. Send them over. Hogan passed away in 2025. No, I know Hogan just passed. Like I said, but I just sometimes maybe I didn't explain it. Like I said, it's just there's just I kind of grew up with like when I was a kid. Anyways, like I grew up a lot of the guys. The real heavy duty work boots. And I think when you're little, right? When you're little, you're always looking at people's knees and boots. You know what I mean? That's just you know what I mean. Either that or belt buckle, and I kind of was in that era where it was like, it was just the blue jeans, the boots, a pack of Marlboros, plaid, um, and he's just had that nostalgia to him, what I mean, where it's just like, dang, you know what I mean? Home Depot sold storm shelters. They were displayed at the store. Really? I wonder what those look like. They just like a little I mean, I'm sure they're more robust, but was that like a fish sandy or something? Like that's I'd love to see one of those. That's kind of cool. They're the only people just like us know more with Phil Roberts will be. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Shoot, that's right. Phil, dang, I know. Well, they always. Well, I thought everything comes in threes, so we got a three, right? We got three. I feel like we got. I thought somebody was say. They said don't be touching Willie and don't be touching Dolly Parton. Thinking Oklahoma, they get a storm shelter. They get a storm shelter at Perth. Uh, it's funny because I've been seeing like the little things, on the internet or something, and it talks about like I don't know what they're really quite explaining, but they're basically saying it's hotter than normal and stuff. And it's funny, my little conspiracy tinfoil hat. I'm sitting there and I'm going, well, yeah, it's hotter than normal. I'm thinking because they're not spraying the skies, blocking the sun. I mean, I don't know what the whole spray actually does. I'm sure it's not good for us, but I'm not an expert by any means. But when I seen the thing, I'm thinking, well, yeah, they're not spraying as much anymore, so everything's kind of going more back to natural. But it's always funny, like the time I never get really nervous is like I always get pulled back to reality. Is when I watch like the news and they'll say, well, this isn't the highest back in 1931, and I'm thinking, back in 1931 they had 105 degrees. Well, that's 1931. I mean, I guess things are in cycle. Dam breaks are scary. We just had one that's up north. They lowered it because they think it's going to be a problem, which is kind of a bummer because it was a lot of fishing and kids went swimming and stuff like that. But I get it, but I also don't know how much it's kind of government, whatever. I don't know. Oh, I almost broke the one, huh? Orville Dam, not good. When he passed away, July 24th of 2025. I know, 71. It's weird to think he's 71. My wife's grandpa there, I mean, he's in like 96, 97. So, I mean, he basically got another 25 years on top of him. Can you imagine getting another 25 years? That's a good chunk, man. But, man, if you ever watch what Hulk went through and all the pins and, surgeries, man, I don't know if it was worth it. Yeah, Texas, 27 feet in 45 minutes was nuts. That was not. Yeah, that was pretty. I really heard too much more. I feel really bad about the kids. Oh. Passed away 22nd, 2020. What do you like to call him? I don't know what I call him. He says Ozzy. Hogan died from chemical exposure from bleaching his hair. All those years. Joking, but maybe. I tell you what, though, what is it like? Is it like bleach and vinegar? I don't remember one time, man. I was making a concoction. I wasn't trying to. I like poured something. I don't know if I was cleaning like a toilet or something or whatever. Man, back years ago, and man, those fumes hit me. I have never felt something get into my lungs that I thought I was going to die. I mean, I remember I laid in the tub, I think it was, because it was the only way I could find a way to relax or something. I can't remember. I was trying to breathe, and I was like, I was paralyzed, man. That stuff was. Whew. Eddie B, Vegas. Ooh, old fence builder. Ooh, man, come on, Eddie. You need to email me, man. We need to. I've been thinking of Cole. Cole's my guy that came over here to Michigan. He's out of Colorado. I think he's still over there. I thought about reaching out to him and seeing about going over. And if I don't know if he's in the field or if he's just got guys. Because there is a few things which I don't even know if I could even go over the like he was laying out the post. I thought that was ingenious, so I figured he did it on the depth. I don't know, but there's just some questions I got sometimes about the fencing because I don't consider myself really a fence expert. I can do her. I can run the string. I can do, and then there's like the elevation. Then there was times I've heard guys use 2x4s to measure. leave posts long, you cut them, you always just eyeball them. Man, there's just some little stuff I'd really like to have a little more insight on. Look at the HG website, just type in storm shelters. Eddie said, was it Martin's on Earth are real? If we build slab on grade, I see somebody, it must be, I don't know if that's Peter sending me, I see something on those pictures. Build slab on grade, we usually pour some sort of concrete storm shelter in the corner of the shop or building. Age thick, 7-8 foot tall. Really? Wow. Wow. So you really do get the storms. See if I can see me. We can see you, Eddie. Yeah, so it's bleach and ammonia. Deadly. Like I said, I've never felt something just burn into my throat. And I mean, it was just that little like I mean, I was doing everything I could. I mean, I had to run out of the room. It was scary. Like I was, you know, like sometimes when you watch those, if you watch cop videos or something like that, and they have like a truck, a semi truck or something flips over and it'll just boom, and they just fall over dead. What is it? Fentanyl? Fentanyl is one of them too. That just, man, I mean, you watch the guys, right? Guys like, hey man, don't be playing with that too much, right? And all of a sudden, boom, it hits them and they just fall over. It's like, jeez. Tomorrow is loading the truck day. I gotta clean out the truck. I'll have to come back probably later and get ready. What else? There was a couple things I forget. Mostly just catching up with a couple contractors. Nothing too crazy, but tomorrow evening, like I said, I'll have to come back here. I'll have to load up. Doing the insulated, doing a rich B door. Insulated. Let's just say I'm doing it. I'm doing it for Mr. Caleb, man. I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're doing training. But this is kind of a long distance loser. This would be one I would not recommend. 16 by 7. It's got a torque master. Hopefully the torque master got pictures. All that kind of stuff. Hopefully it doesn't burn me. I mentioned to the customer, I said, hey, by chance, do you have somebody, he's not from this area, he's down from Florida, and he said, I do not. He said, I guess I could possibly take it to the he basically made it sound like the landfill or trash or something. And I'm like, no. I'm like, that's fine. We'll just make sure we strip it. It's a hollow door, I think, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just make sure we strip all the hardware, sandwich it on top, strap it. Oh, I do not like working off a truck. I absolutely hate it. I don't like the wind noise. We had a horrible wind noise. Hopefully I got it fixed this time. I had a horrible wind noise. I don't like things above me that can catch wind and go, you know what I mean? There's nothing, so I got strapped the snot out of them. But what's on yours, PT? What you got? What's on the radar? What's on the horizon? Like I said, if you get a good one, let me know. Probably, you know, I don't think I got any really. I don't think Cap's got any. I know he's been one for a good customer, so they might want something, some gates and a fence. I think there's some fence in there, but right now I think he's sitting pretty good. So I don't think I'm getting tied up into anything that's super detriment right now. What's up, Smith? Are you working tonight? Are we doing cards tonight? Good old Ozzy story. Hello, Rich. What? Agner Springs, Lister Spring, made for me. Ooh. No, I'm off tomorrow. Gotcha. It's amazing what people. I wonder if hopefully we get some video out of it. Maybe we'll see a live tomorrow. number one? What's number one? Amazing people. Definitely join the stream. Well, you gotta make sure. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, we'll see what PT comes up with. Like I said, give her about maybe another 5 or 10. We'll see if Papa Tony pops in with whatever he's got going, and otherwise, I think it's time to go find a bed somewhere. Hopefully, you got some AC. Smith, you got AC where you're at for bedtime? Ooh, could do a live. Maybe we could maybe we could use the gimbal. But I think it was turned the wrong way, so we got to make sure the gimbal's the right way, I think. Or whatever. We'll just do it old school, right? The old little tripod thing, and she works. Does the job. Even if you do a short, you know what I mean? Be cool. Oh, some AC? All right. Got some AC going. That's all good, man. Making those electric companies rich. Oh, that's what you're doing? It didn't click with me. Okay. Tony, oh, right. Oh, this was Rich B. Okay, I thought that was Tony. He says, are you talking about the little springs on a pull down stair? I never thought about that. Yes! We gotta get a live on that. Those things would be snappy dangerous. Dang, see, I never even thought about that. See, business opportunity right there for those young bucks, man. It's a spring. Couldn't tell if it was actually a gimbal or Papa Tony was joking on his one video, with it being sideways. Yeah, I think PT, we need another tour. We need another tour of the van. I heard a lot of people mentioning good things. They liked the van setup, the minivan setup, and honestly, I enjoyed it too. I watched a little bit of it, and but it was sideways, and I couldn't quite see everything I wanted to see. I wanted to see that spring setup a little bit more. How you got your stuff kind of organized in there. It was pretty nice. I'm assuming I wonder if that van has. I'm assuming I think all vans have airbags, so that thing's not sitting like, whoosh, doing wheelie the whole time. So I'm letting you know, PT. Like I said, if you want, people were interested. Like I said, do another one on the van sometime, but do it, maybe I know it's hard, man. I'm with you. When you don't have somebody, it's like you want somebody following around, like with a video, like they're watching you and listening audio, so they can tell you, whoa, you lost connection. Stop. We got it. Your mic's in the wrong spot. It's getting your whiskers. Hey, speak up. Plenty of water today at work. Oh man, you need it. All right, guys, I'm heading out. Have a great night. Keep your fingers, and make sure you drink plenty of water because it's hot out there. But make sure you hug that pillow. If you got AC tonight, if you don't, I feel really sorry for you. I don't know what to tell you to relieve yourself. Like I said, All right, I'm out. See you, Papa Tony, Rich B, Peter. We had Sky even. We had Cousin Evan. He's already sleeping. And everybody else. You know what I mean? Thanks for being here. No, his should have leaf spring? Oh, no. See you, Peter. Thanks for the pictures, too. We were sent on my way. I'll make a new video of the van, Peter. Yeah, do it. Papa Tony. People liked it. They liked it. Make another one. All right, guys. Over and out.